I am Jason Huddleston. I'm a professor of English here, so I go by Dr. Hud. I am new to Erskine as of this semester, so this is my first semester here. I've been teaching for 30 years, it feels like. I think that's about right. Well, to be honest, I was going to be a rock star. So my parents made me go to college in undergrad. I loathed being there, just didn't feel like I belonged in an academic setting. One of my professors who showed me film for the first time in a new way. I'd always been raised with film. At that point, I realized I could do something with film, but I thought teaching film, talking about film, that would satisfy me. So I pursued just a typical English degree until I got to grad school, where I focused more on literature. That's when things started opening up for me, and I realized this is where I want to and need to be. The rock star who was a college professor, not the other way around. Been a joy ever since. I enjoy collecting toys. So we're going into my shelves now. Now, here we go. First thing I want to share, this is Gus. He reminds me of my grandmother, who I love more than life itself. Funko Pop collection of favorite band. Very, very small part of my Star Wars collection. This is the original Millennium Falcon, and I took my grandfather's cigarette lighter and I scorched it and rubbed the burn marks to make it look like it had been in some action. My parents bought this for me when they went to go see Jaws in a drive-in theater. One of my favorite things, oh, here I am. One of my favorite things is Spider-Man. That life is meant to have fun. Second hobby is writing. I have written and published short stories. I started writing about 5 years ago. Found it very cathartic, but that's a hobby now more than anything else. Not looking for a career in it, just to have fun. I also like being in a hammock. Anytime and anywhere I can be in a hammock. And music. I went into it trying to be Bono from U2, moved to Dublin, Ireland, lived there for about a year in pursuit of a band experience. So I went to Ireland, found a band, we played out. It was wonderful, but short-lived. Did Europe while I was there, came back home, and continued finding music to be a call. I started in college going to studios when I wasn't in classes, working on little demos that I would send off to record companies. As a Christian who was a musician, and a Christian who still is a musician, I felt called to sing and write for people who were not necessarily part of a church. I identified more with the people on the outside of that, who looked in longingly but thought themselves ineligible. I have now finished my first album. I just want to share the music that was given to me. Right now, I will tell you what my favorite song is, End Song. There is a TV series though, there are two. The first one that came to mind is Modern Family. And the second, which is Seinfeld, is an opportunity to meet people, to be in their lives. It's a very fulfilling experience. It's a great, ever-changing experience. From a professor's standpoint, I think the best advice I can give is to stay organized. The worst thing you can do to yourself, particularly when you first come to college, is be overwhelmed to the point where you have no idea what's going on, what's expected of you, when things are due. Organize those things. If you can do that at the beginning, parcel it out for the rest of the semester, your life will be so much more fulfilling and satisfying, and you won't feel stressed as much as you feel like you will if you were disorganized. I hope to see you soon. Welcome to Erskine.